A boy, a dragon, and promises. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled near a towering mountain, there lived a boy named Luke. The village was surrounded by lush greenery, and at the top of the mountain resided a mysterious dragon in a cave. The villagers were frightened by the dragon's nighttime escapades, as it circled their homes and occasionally approached, causing them to band together with fiery sticks to chase the creature away. One day, the fearful king sought volunteers to face the dragon. In return, the bravest soul would receive the shiniest armor, the sharpest sword, and a mountain of chocolate. While the villagers cowered in fear, young Luke's eyes sparkled at the thought of a mountain of chocolate. "Can I have the mountain of chocolate first?" he eagerly asked the king. The king agreed, and with a newfound courage driven by the promise of sweets, Luke bravely volunteered to confront the dragon. In the following days, the villagers prepared for Luke's quest, polishing his armor, sharpening his sword, and loading his house with chocolate. However, as the days passed, Luke did nothing but indulge in the sweet treats, ignoring the growing concern of the villagers. For the first 7 days, the villagers came by the house to ask Luke if he was leaving to fight the dragon soon. He said, "Not yet." The next 7 days, the king himself came by the house to ask Luke if he was leaving to fight the dragon soon. Luke still replied, "Not yet." Finally, the villagers and the king grew exasperated of Luke's failure to keep his promise. They chased him out of the village. With nowhere to go, Luke decided to try to keep his promise of confronting the dragon. Trembling with fear, he climbed the mountain and approached the dragon's cave, only to run away at the sound of a menacing growl. For 7 days, Luke tried to face his fears and confront the dragon. However, each time he saw the red, glistening eyes, and the low, terrifying growl, he ran down the mountain with fear. Unable to conquer his fears, Luke ran home to his father. His father made him a nice cup of hot chocolate to calm him down. He gave him a tight hug and said, "My son, I understand. It is okay to be afraid. It is also okay to fail. But it is not okay to run away from our problems. Even if we fail at first, we must keep trying to fulfill the promises we make to others, especially if they have already kept their promise to us. I hope you will learn to keep your promises, no matter how tough they are." Luke's father said, "To help you, I'm giving you this badge of warm courage, to illuminate your path when the darkness gets too great." Filled with a newfound resolve, Luke faced the dragon once more. He faced the same icy stare, and the same sense of fear and dread overwhelmed him. Even so, he resolved to keep his promise, and held on tight to the pendant his father gave him. With a big gulp, he bravely stepped forward. On the 7th step, the pendant shone fiercely, fueled by the intense bravery and courage shown by Luke. In the brightness of the light, it was revealed that the terrifying and mysterious dragon was actually a mother dragon. And she was only trying to protect her baby dragon. The dragon spoke, revealing her intention to find brave children willing to play with her baby dragon. You see, her baby was feeling lonely and the mother dragon only wandered around the village to try to find friends for her baby. Inspired by his father, Luke thought about the power of promises. "Mother Dragon," he said, "if you promise not to come around the village to scare the villagers, I promise to come play with your baby dragon every day." The mother dragon was delighted with Luke's proposal and heartily agreed. And so, Luke returned to the village, not as a dragon slayer but as a hero who kept his promises. The villagers and the king showered Luke with gifts for his bravery and loyalty, and, more importantly, for keeping his promise. Luke and the baby dragon even grew up to be best friends, embarking on countless adventures together. And so, in the end, a sweet promise led to a lifelong friendship, and Luke's courage brought joy to both the village and the magical creatures in the mountains. The end.